Hello everybody, it is Alna, it is Brony time, and welcome back to Let's Play Phoenix Wright Ace Attorney. When we last left off, we proved the connection between the SL9 in this case. Found out that at the same time that Detective Goodman was murdered in the prosecutor's office, prosecutor's garage, he was also murdered in the evidence room. And so we're going ahead and investigating that, and we're trying to find good old Jake Marshall. But first off, let's luminol this place. Wow, we got a reaction. There's clearly blood around the spines here. This room is pretty messy. Someone must have tripped over something and planted their head right in these spines. I think that might be more painful than being murdered. Heh. Let's examine the door. It looks like there's a video feed from the evidence room here. There's a light blinking below the monitor. It says recording. I bet we could use this computer to check on who went in and out of there. There's a security guard uniform hanging here. Looks more like a costume than a uniform, honestly. A leather jacket, leather pants, a leather... Oh, shoot. What was that called again? A punchy? A paunchy? A pinchy? I know, a poochie! Wait, maybe that wasn't it. It's a poncho. But I think I'll keep that information to myself for the time being. Because I'm a fucking asshole. Yipes, these sure are prickly. They must be the real deal. I would think just one big one would be sufficient. These cacti are like a lot like my sister, actually. How so? Encased in a cold, rigid shell. Their spines pointing in every direction. Just like her. I'm not so sure I see the resemblance. It's more an attitude thing than a physical similarity. This swinging door makes the place look like some kind of saloon. But look, it's nailed shut. You can't get in that way. Of course not. If you went through here, the cactus would fall over. Ouch! I'd say more yow myself. The evidence room is beyond that door. Let's just walk in. It won't open. You thought it open? I think we need someone's permission to go in there first. His place is charged with a frantic energy as always. Please, how was that? One steak lunch, please. Oh, it's you. Detective Gumshoe. Now's no time for chit-chat, pal. I'm a busy man. What I really need is a steak lunch from Lunchland. Oh, you mean one of these? Actually, it's not for sale. I think I just heard the sound of his heart breaking. Now's no time for despair. We caught our criminal. Now we just need evidence. The criminal? You mean... You heard about the stabbing in the police department evidence room, right, pal? It's the biggest scandal to hit the station in ages. Everything's topsy-turvy. But Detective Gumshoe, who was it? Listen, pal, all I know is I need me a steak lunch pronto. Standing around here talking isn't gonna fill my belly. Wait, don't leave. If you want to know more, head on down to the detention center, pal. Questioning should be over, so I figure he's down there having a good cry. Later. He ran up to the evidence room. Well, this investigation is off to a running start. Still, I do feel better about things a little. I mean, they caught the person who stabbed Detective Goodman, didn't they? Yeah, I guess they did. Best to not go too far down that road right now. Things will just get confusing. What was that? Sir, that's what I'm saying. Me, a perpetrator? I'd say I was the perpetrator again, sir. That's what I'd say. Hi. Greetings, sir. Wait, I know who you are. Officer Megan, so you're a guard here at the detention center? No, sir, I'm not, sir. I'm a little lost patrolman, like a little lost lamb, sir. Oh, I get it. You're here to deliver a report. No, sir. How should I say this? Wait, he isn't. Is he? You, Officer Meekins, did you? Perpetrator Officer Meekins reporting, sir. What? What? Now this is an unexpected turn of events. Sir, I'm a patrolman with General Affairs, sir. Sir! How? I can hear you fine, Officer Meekins. I had some business that day, sir, and so I went to the evidence room, sir. The guard station in front of the room is empty, sir. So normally there's a guard at the evidence room. That's right, sir, because evidence is kept in the evidence room, sir. Now the security officer was none other than Officer Marshall. Marshall? Then, sir, I happened to glance at the security room monitor. That's what I saw him, sir. A suspicious person in the evidence room. A suspicious person, sir. A suspicious person. What the heck is this guy doing? So what happened to them? So what happened then? After that, sir, everything went white. I saw red. I blacked out. And when I came to, I was here, in the detention center. How long were you out? Days? Might I ask what happened to your hand? Sir, there was no one to bandage me, sir. So I did what I could to wrap it up, sir. Bandage on his hand. Just like Miss Sky. Yet another similarity between this case and the one at the prosecutor's office. First things first. Tell us how you hurt your hand. I don't mean to pry, but you are the perpetrator, correct? You killed Detective Bruce Goodman in the evidence room, right? Sir, please don't look at me with those sad puppy dog eyes, sir. If you have to label me as a perpetrator or victim, sir, then label me victim. I would, but you happen to be in detention, and alive, and well at that. Ah, yes, well, that's true, sir. I suppose you could say that. Did you know the victim, Detective Goodman? Well, sir, if I had to label him as a stranger or a total stranger, then I'd say he leans heavily on the total stranger side. So you didn't know? Sir, I work in a tiny department, devoid of light or other creature comforts. I don't know any detectives. So if he was a total stranger, why did you stab him? Sir, I had no intention of killing him, sir, none. Nor do I have any recollection of killing him, sir. At least someone around here is more confused than I am. About your hand, did that happen during the course of the crime? Well, you see, sir, you don't think you should just confess? But but there was nothing I could do. Nothing you could do? Sir, to tell the truth, sir, when it happened, when the detective pointed that knife at me, I just hollered, sir. And then the next thing I knew, I was unconscious. Next thing you knew, you were, huh? Then when I opened my eyes, I was alone in the evidence room, sir. All alone. Alone because Detective Goodman had disappeared. What? Then when I looked down, I was gushing blood from my hand, sir. On the shock, oh, the sorrow, sir. Can you imagine how I felt? The victim's body disappeared? That's some story. Do you think you could take a look at this? Hey, that's it, sir. That's it. That's what? My head was blank until this very moment. But sir, now I remember, sir. You mean you remember what happened? Correct. That car was the cause of it all. This ID card? Exactly, sir. That's exactly it. Nothing could be more exact, sir. Nothing. Better pry into that one a little deeper. Can you tell me what it is you do remember? Well, sir, you might say I'm a little lost patrolman. A lost little lamb, if you will. I didn't know Mr. Detective Goodman, who was in the evidence room. And that's why I thought he looked suspicious. So I entered the evidence room and asked the man to show me his ID card. Well, that sounds pretty much by the book so far. And that's right, sir. That's what I've been trying to tell you. So you asked Detective Goodman to show his ID card. What did he do? That's the thing. Suddenly he pointed a knife at me. What? Sir, I assure you, I was flustered as you are right now. So I whooped and let him. Detective Goodman pointed a knife at him? Do unto the others before they do unto you. My father's words, sir. What happened then? Well, my eyes, sir. Everything went white. When I awoke, I was here? Right. So, Officer Meekins, why is it that they arrested you? What do you mean, Emma? Let's look at what we know. The Officer Meekins didn't know Detective Goodman. And the victim who you met at the show of the scene of the crime didn't show his ID card. In other words, we have no way of knowing if the victim was really the victim. And his body just disappeared from the evidence room. We don't know if anyone actually died. That's it, sir, that's what I wanted to say. That is, I did say something along those lines. Huh, but you still ended up here? They told me that it had to be him, sir. On the day of that time, Detective Goodman was definitely in the evidence room. That's what they said. But you don't remember the events clearly. No, but the videotape, it was quite clear. Huh? Videotape? The security camera. The crime, my crime, the crime. I swore to stamp it out. It's there. It's me. It's on tape. And you waited until now to tell us this. I'm sorry, really sorry, sir. I'll hand over my badge. I don't deserve it. No, thanks. I have my own. Well, guess you better check out the crime scene. Ow, ow. Hey, Mr. Wright, look who's standing at the Chief Detective's desk. It's Police Chief Gant. And you're sure this is all? Mm-hmm. You know what it means. If there is anything missing, sir, I'm sure it's most likely totally perfect. We checked all corners, under the seat cushions, behind the computer monitor, inside his personal coffee machine. I see. Well, if anything does turn up, you call me right away, deal? Yes, sir. We'll scour the place again, sir. Chief Detectives looks a little flustered. Aha, righto, my boy. How you been? Swim much? Aho, Chief Gant, reporting for duty, sir. Why are you saluting him, Mr. Wright? This guy does have a really good song. Is Edgeworth going to be okay? Oh, Worthy? Oh, you know, they're doing a little inquiry committee with him. Sounds like an inquisition. Yep, well, they had no end of trouble with the boy since last year. You mean the incident on Gord Lake? It doesn't look good having a top prosecutor sit in the defendant's seat, does it? And you got someone else found guilty in that case, right? Right-ho. On karma. A legend he was, undefeated in his 40-year career. But in court you fixed it. So he was caught for forging evidence. Wait, I didn't do anything wrong. He did forge evidence. In any case, the prosecutor's office is in a bit of turmoil, you might say. Why, they do just about anything to restore their reputation. Now, depending on what that inquiry committee decides, it could be bad for Worthy. What? It's downright odd, I tell you. The detective getting killed on their turf, too, I mean. Their being the prosecutors, I assume. Scientifically speaking, it's impossible. Yes, but what's that evidence? But that's what the evidence is saying. Goodman was stabbed at 2 locations at the same time. That's what it says. What evidence is this? Now, Righto, I can't give away all our secrets just like that. And this in particular, well, it's a little sensitive, and I can't talk about it. I was expecting much anyway. You know, one thing I hate most of all is hiding stuff. Secrets, can't stand it. But you know, it's full-time job just helping the chief of detectives trap shut. Keeping the chief of detectives trapped shut. Ah, he was the one you were picking on earlier, huh? You saw it, that? Whoops. I wonder what it was that he wanted the chief of detectives to do. Let's see if we can kind of discreetly ask him. Oh, sorry, you had to see that. What exactly did the chief of police want you to do? Well, see, over there, that's Goodman's desk. He wanted me to check it for anything that might be a clue. They took away every last piece of garbage in the trash can. So nothing blind Detective Goodman is still here. Of course not. Well, except for this. What? You kept something? Sure, why not? It's not important. He didn't finish writing it. It's a lost item report, but it's only half complete. A lost item? Did Detective Goodman lose something? The date on it is February 21st. Better make a note of that just in case. I should really get back to investigating the police department crime scene. Actually, I was wondering if I could ask you a favor. Well, I never thought the day would come when Wright asked me for help. I was wondering if we could investigate the evidence room. Now, Righto. Actually, I'm sorry. I don't need to investigate after all. Righto, please. Do I look like a selfish man? Huh? Heck, if anyone asked me, sir, can I borrow $50? I'd give them $50, no problem. So go ahead. Investigate the room to your heart's content. Knock yourself out. Just goes to show you never know until you ask. And for you, here, you can borrow this. Huh? Hey, this is a detective's ID card, isn't it? That's a special card for guests. So don't lose it. Yes, sir. It's an honor. You just run along and do your best. Now, later, folks. Looks pretty cool on my lapel, doesn't it? Just think, a real ID. You seem happy. Yes, sir. Because, sir, we got to go into the evidence room now, sir. I think this place is bad influence on the girl. The evidence room is beyond that door. And we have the ID card from Chief Gant. Let's just walk in. It won't open. Aha, the card reader's turned off, see? What is that security guard thinking? Howdy, partners. Well, well, what's made my Bambina's sky so gray? Officer Marshall. Why does it have to be him? What's that? Why does it have to be him look for? As you may have surmised, this here's my saloon. We're here to investigate the crime scene. Yeehaw! That card you got there on your chest. That's better than a sheriff's badge in these parts. Yeehaw? Well, what you standing there for? Get along, little doggies. The crime scene's awaiting. Looks like the card reader's on again. While we're here, I was wondering if we could ask you some questions. Sorry, cowboy, but I got no mind to tangle with you hombres. You're busy then? Did I say that? I only said I didn't wish to speak with you. Actually, you said you had no mind to tangle with us hombres. I was wondering if you could talk to you. Sorry, Bambina. But I'm off to roam the lands like a tumbleweed on the wide prairie. Like a gunslinger loading his six-shooter, I say a little prayer. What's that all about, Mr. Wright? I think he was just too hungry to talk. You're just saying that because his stomach was growling. You have no idea what he was talking about either. Well, in any case, we need to get cracking on this investigation pronto. I forgot to present this. There we go. That smell. Ah, reminds me of Texas. So, Officer Marshall, you're from Texas? No, I just saw a special on television the other day. Is this from my baby? Oh, great, he's a transplant. Yeah, Miss Starr. What's this? What? What's wrong? A filet steak lunch. I see. I see. I don't see. I wonder what it means. All right, Bambina, you win. Finally, it seems like he's willing to talk. Officer Marshall, you're in charge of security for the evidence room, right? You got good eyes, partner. It's an easy job, and I'm grateful for it. Actually, Officer Meek at the detention center told us, oh, that poor little doggy. Poor guy, I keep getting his name wrong and calling him Meekly. He told us something. He said that when the stabbing occurred, you weren't at your station. Well, maybe I shouldn't be telling you this. Since I got demoted from detective 2 years ago, well, it might not look it, but I lost my fire for the job, you know. So, what were you doing around 5:15 when the murder took place? Well, I reckon I was galloping down the highway on the back of my steed, Zippy. No, he was riding down the highway on his horse named Zippy. There's no need for people here anyhow. These newfangled machines do a bang-up job of keeping an eye on the place. You mean the security camera system? I don't take to machines much. Kinda like that stewed broccoli they sneak in next to your steak, you know. My star told us something. She said that you were a detective until 2 years ago. It was always my dream to be a rawhide wrangler on the scene of the crime. That's all gone now, like a drinking hole in a prairie fire. You're still investigating the SL9 incident with the Star, aren't you? That was my case. It's all solved on the record books, but it smells like a bad game of poker. I can't let it go. That's all there is to it. What kind of case was it anyway? You've heard the name so many times, but don't tell us what actually happened. There are some things you're better off not knowing, Bambina. Anyway, that case is officially dead as of 2 days ago. 2 days ago? The day of our case? That's right, the evidence transferals. Ezra was talking about the transferals too. I know what maybe 2 of the machines in here do. Only 2 of them? There must be a dozen. Like I said, Bambina, me and machines, well, I like them about as much as I like stewed cauliflower with my steaks. The easiest ones to understand are these here security cameras. Those are ones that Officer Meekins mentioned. Nothing happens, the tapes are automatically erased every few hours. And Officer Meekins, Detective Goodman, are they on one of those tapes? I reckon they might be. You're a security guard, and you reckon? One more thing. When you go into the evidence room, you need an ID card. Thus, the card reader by the door. The card reader leaves a record of every ID card that passes through. So this is the ID card record. Hey, I've seen that somewhere before. Sorry, Bambina, I can't show you more than that, huh? I haven't heard whether this is related to the case yet. Mr. Wright, I saw a number on that record just now. I've seen that number before. Maybe there's a way we can prove the record is tied to the stabbing. Sorry, but could you explain what the whole transferal thing is about? We all keep only evidence from solved cases in this room. We're kept here under the presiding detective supervision for 2 years, so we can reinvestigate them if it turns out there was a mistake, see? So what happens to the evidence after 2 years? Goes to sleep forever in the underground vault at the county sheriff's department. That's what we call transferal. We do it every February. I see now. Transferal is like a funeral for old cases. 2 years after a case is solved, it's closed forever, dead. Never to be reopened again. Never to be reinvestigated. What happened to SL9 2 days ago? See this? The victim's ID card. Ah, the one that was on the ground in the parking lot. The number on this is 5842189. Officer Marshall, show us that ID card record again. Look, the 4th number. It's a perfect match. It was used at 5:14 p.m., right before the stabbing. What's more, there's only one of them cards in the world. So when the incident occurred, Detective Goodman was in the evidence room. But wait, what did Officer Meekin say? Sir, okay. If he had his ID card, then why would he have pointed a knife at Officer Meekin's? Alright, compadre, you win. I guess I can give you this ID card record. Got an idea. Maybe I should show this list to other people with IDs here. It's quiet. The investigation must be over here. So this is the evidence room. It's really kind of like a graveyard. Graveyards are supposed to have grass and trees. This feels more like a morgue. Nice try, Mr. Wright. You can't scare me. Yeah! Whoa! Sorry, I thought you were a ghost. I wouldn't recommend going around smacking ghosts on the head, pal. So is it true, what I heard? Yeah, it's true. So Chief of Police Gant will loan anyone $50. Even me? Oh, so that's what you were talking about. Actually, I was put in charge of the investigation for today. Just for today? Boss for a day? But guess what? You got permission from the chief. So now you're the boss for a day. Gee, thanks. First of all, you'll want to have this. So, Detective Gumshoe, you're the boss for the day? That's right. It's an honor. After all, the murder took place right here in the police department. But if you're a boss, why are you all alone? Where are your underlings? They're using yesterday's findings to prepare for tomorrow's trial. In other words, you get kicked out of the investigation. Again. I'm adamant, though. I'm gonna take control and put this case to rest. In my own evidence locker, pal. You have a locker in here too, Detective Gumshoe? Of course. I'm a detective after all. They gave me a locker that only I can open, pal. Only you can open? I'll always believe in Mr. Edgeworth, no matter what happens. So, Mr. Edgeworth is with the inquiry committee now, right? They're trying to figure out who's responsible for the mess up in court today. I see. I guess this is what you call fate. Mr. Edgeworth just can't get away from that case. That case? Yeah, that case. The SL9 incident, of course. That was the beginning of the end for Mr. Edgeworth. Maybe we can get him to tell us more about the case. This place is more high-tech than you might think. Every locker is fixed, so that only one detective can open it, using their ID card. Well, that's the thing, pal. ID cards can be lost. Why, I'm on my third card since entering the force already. That sounds like a lot. Yeah, but even then I can't lose my own right hand. Right hand? Oh, you mean your fingerprint? Exactly, pal. The lock for each locker is coded with a fingerprint. So the only locker we can open is our own. Funny, they look like normal lockers. These are the latest model. There's a trick to these handles, see? The handles? On the other side of the handles is a sensor. If the wrong person touches it, bizap, you get a shock. That's what happened. My hand would be black and smoking every day. In any case, the locks aren't that obvious. There are even some people in the force that don't know about the fingerprint locks. Could you take a look at this? This is the ID card record of the people who came in here on the day of the stabbing. I heard the rumors. So it was going to... Whoa! What is that? The second number. It's not your ID number, is it, Detective Gumshoe? Mr. Edgeworth. What? The second number on this list belongs to Mr. Edgeworth. What? What? Why would Edgeworth have come to the evidence room? Someone left their gloves here, but only one. Detective Gumshoe, maybe? There you go, pal, making me out to be some kind of absent-minded detective. That's evidence from the case, you know. I mean, SL9. It does have a tag on it. court record, please. Text says SO911. I guess this is another piece of evidence from that case. You know, I never did care for the word tag. It's confusing, huh? What's so confusing about it? Confused about that. Do you know how many other words sound like it? Bag, gag, nag, lag, zag? Zag. Is that a word? Do you challenge me? What are we playing a word game now? Well, we will continue our investigation of the evidence room next time on Phoenix Wright Ace Attorney because we are out of time. But, thank you all for watching. Please leave a like, comment, and subscribe for any time for more content, especially more Phoenix Wright Ace Attorney. Also, please make sure to share this video far and wide so you get as many eyes on the series as possible. And I will see you all in the next one.